Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about shadow work. The dark shadow, the golden shadow, and all that stuff in between. Watch this video. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please click the little subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications when I release new videos. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you so much and welcome back. I am going to talk about shadow work today. Shadow work is the most important part of healing in my experience because it is basically the full circle moment when we integrate back to the truth of who we are, because we are not only working with what people think is the dark shadow, but also the golden shadow. And a lot of people don't know about that. So this video is just going to be a brief information video about that as a precursor to launching my course Shadow Work, which is now open for enrollment. We will be starting May 1st, but it is open right now. And I'm so excited about it. I just filmed the last few videos of it today that I have to just share. And as you guys know, if you've watched me for a while, or you've been with me for a while, worked with me for a while, you know that I don't share anything until I've gone through it, until I can understand it experientially. Now, this is a weird thing to sign up for in this lifetime, to say, hey, everything I teach I have to go through, because damn, it is not fun when you're going through your shadow work at all. It's not fun. So get that first. It's not a fun thing, but it is enlightening. It is clarifying. It is exhilarating, because what happens is not only do you get to face everything you think is the scariest thing in the world, but you get to clear your fears by seeing that it's not actually scary. It's not actually the false evidence appearing real. It's the false evidence appearing false for the first time. And so as I've just walked through a very big part of my own shadow, what I really wanted to share about that is you get to reclaim the part of you that you're most afraid of. See, it's true. We aren't really afraid of not being enough. We're actually afraid of being everything. And I'm going to explain that in the course in depth, but in the video, I want to say that we are afraid that if we are actually everything that we are hoping to be, right, which is in our power, in our authenticity, in our happiness, in our purpose, in our fulfillment, in our loving, in our health, in our wealth, in all those things. We're really afraid of that because we've been trained by society that we need to depend on others to feel whole, that we need to believe that there's something about us that isn't enough or isn't complete. We have been taught in so many different ways that we don't measure up, but what we don't measure up to is these societal ideals that were created by people, not God. And I say that a lot because it's huge. We grow up thinking that we don't measure up, and we think that the people, the authority figures that are teaching us about not measuring up, we think that that is God. And so what we forget to do so much of the time is upgrade our belief system to understand that the universe doesn't punish like parents or teachers or authority figures may have, right? May have. The universe and God and all those things, right? Whatever you believe in, does not actually do that. So we have to kind of reframe things and literally shift up into a new perspective to be able to understand that these innate fears we have of our own power, these innate fears that we have of authority figures taking away our joy, or when we're afraid to claim something that is really true and exciting and good and real for us, we're afraid to do that because we think that once we do, it'll be taken. How many of you feel that way? And so what we do subconsciously, really, is we put all those things in the shadow and then we look for it out there. And what's funny is so many of us walk around, and so many clients come to me later in life and say, I did everything, I have everything, but I'm not happy. Why? I said, oh, because you've got the external happiness. Good job. But it isn't going to feel complete or content or enough until you've matched it on the inside. And that's when they come to do the inner work. The inner work is really about understanding that complete feeling of success and fulfillment and joy and purpose comes from reclaiming all the things that you have put in your shadow, whether it be the golden shadow or the dark shadow. Because the shame is really the things that we think are dark and bad and wrong. And then the golden shadow is the power that we are, that we're afraid of. So we put both of those things in the shadow. And what happens is when they're in the shadow, they still control our lives subconsciously. So we're still attracting things to us to bring those triggers forward because we're being trained to think that everything is outside of us. It's not. It's not. It's actually totally within. And what's interesting is once you get to that point of reclaiming the shadow, you start to notice that your, not values, but your needs, the things that you think you need, will start to shift because you're feeling so whole. You're feeling so good, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of your conditions. I know it's hard to believe when you haven't done it yet, but trust me. And I'm going to walk you through all of that in this course, but what I want to walk you through today, right now, is picturing your perfect life. Picturing it. Tell yourself right now, even write it down on a piece of paper, what I need for my life to feel complete. What I think I need for my life to feel complete. Is it the perfect guy? Is it a purposeful career? Is it a family? Is it a community of like-minded people? What is it for you? Is it financial stability? What is it for you that you think you need to feel happy? Then look at, and complete or fulfilled. Then look at what's in the way of that. Look at the beliefs, look at the current life situations, what's in the way of it, or look at the fact that you may have that and what's it dependent on? What is it dependent on? I depend on this person for my financial stability, but I really, really want is to be able to do that myself, for example, right? Or I depend on my community for a mirror of who I am, but I'd like to really know who I am on my own and then have them reflect that. So I'm not dependent on it, but I'm in joy while we share that view of me, right? Think about this. So this is a simple way to start this. Write down your perfect life, what it would mean, what it would take, what it would look like to feel whole, content, happy, secure, fulfilled, purposeful. What is that? Look at what it would take. Look at, if you have it right now, what it's dependent on. And then we can start the shadow work, because all of your answers will be the perfect beginning guide into where you put things in the shadow, why you put them in the shadow, why you're afraid to claim that part of you, how you've projected that part of you so that you can feel it from another to feel complete and not alone, right? All of these things. Once we do shadow work, what actually happens is we realize we totally belong because we are now in our truth. We are in our purpose. We are in the whole authentic soul that we were born as. And so we find our place naturally when we're being who we truly are. It's really a cool process. So I kind of just want to inspire you with that today. I want you guys to try that exercise I just gave you because it is pretty insightful and you can go deeper and deeper and deeper. And if you have questions on it, just write the questions in the comments and I'm happy to get back to you. And check out Shadow Work. It's below. Early enrollment is open now. There's a private Facebook group. I will be showing up in that group every single week to do lives with you for the whole year. The course is only 12 weeks, but the lives will be all year because I like building community and I like people to feel like they belong and they're understood and they're mirrored and they're part of something. It is a really fantastic thing. I've done it with my emotional rehab program, which is also launching again at the same time. And it was really successful and wonderful. And I really just enjoyed getting to know people on a much deeper level who are part of my community. So thank you for coming with me on this ride. So questions and comments are welcome below. Please check out my Instagram page. I'm always posting things on there and I'm always answering DMs. So if you have a question that you don't get answered here, please go there. Please check out the links below. Thank you again for watching. Please share if you think someone could get something from this message. I love you guys and I'll see you next week.